I chose Facebook because it was the most fun to me. Find something that you can master. It doesn't have to be Facebook. It can be Pinterest. It can be Snapchat. It can be YouTube, whatever platform. I'm specifically going to talk about Facebook, but find something and get really good at it so you can utilize your time the best and your content the best, and you're not just throwing up posts about the weather and what you did on Saturday night. So I had no clue what I was doing when I started on social media as a coach. Like when I started my business, I had zero, I shouldn't say zero, but I had very little people skills, only what I taught myself growing up. I had very little experience. It took me 4 years to get where I'm at and to build my following and to attract those no BS moms who just want to hear it straight. 4 years, but I'm going to show you a shortcut, because my training tonight is a shortcut for you. If you use the content that I'm giving you and you apply it. I love social media because it's a connector to people. And that's one thing I use it for, is to connect what I'm going through at that given time. And whatever it is in my life, whatever season I'm in, whatever struggle or challenge I'm facing, I use that to connect to other people, because number one, I don't want to feel like I'm alone. Number two, other people don't want to feel like they're alone. And it immediately builds a bond between you and your people. When they can see you put yourself out there, yes, it's scary. You got to get over that. You got to develop a thick skin. You are going to have people that come back and privately message you and send you hate messages. And if you haven't gotten them already and you want to build a big following, you just have to be okay with it, because with a big following comes a lot of opinions and a lot of judgments and uninvited opinions. Don't worry about them. They're not your tribe. They're not your target people. But it's a connector to hope. It's a connector to inspiration. It's a connector to support. For other moms who, for me specifically, who just want to know that they're not alone, who just want to know that they're not the only ones who lose their shit on a daily basis. Like, I'm talking screaming at the top of my lungs on a daily basis. Like, for even a second, I want to know that I'm not the only one that's been there, done that. So why use social media to grow your business? Number one, that's where everybody's at. It doesn't matter who you're talking to unless they do not have Facebook. In that case, you have to question, is that somebody that is my target? Somebody who's not on social media? Probably not, right? Everybody's there, because that is where, number two, it's quick. It's convenient. People are lazy. They want everything immediately. They want everything now, right? Fitness results, weight loss, they want it now. And it's free. Hello, it's free. Like, you can literally build a 6-figure freaking flippin' income for free on social media, on Facebook. No, you're not going to get shut down. No, Mark Zuckerberg is not going to come close your account because you're promoting a challenge group on your personal wall. That did happen to a few people, but it wasn't just because of that. So I'm not going to talk about like pages. I'm not going to talk about ads and stuff like that, because I don't know anything about that right now, because I'm not utilizing my like page, my business page, whatever you want to call it, because I wanted to focus on one thing, and that was my personal page, because I wanted to connect people, not on a business level, not on a, hey, if you want to learn more about the products and services and challenge groups in my business, come over here. Like, I wanted people to see who I was for what I was, where I was at in my life, no matter what I was doing. And if you look at my page, you don't see anything about products, names, or plastering or graffiti of Beachbody products and names. Like, I might plug Shakeology, I might plug a program, I might share a before and after, I might share how the coaching business has changed my life or helped me, but you won't see me post a stock picture from Google, ever, hardly ever. So there's a reason for that. So I'm going to, I should probably show you my slides, before, let's see, can I screen share? Share screen. Oh, okay. Okay. Can somebody just give me a thumbs up if you can see that? Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to talk about wah. This sounds so attraction marketing. This is what I had to have for camp, but I would just call it like attracting your tribe, because that's really what you're doing. So this is me. I am always working on my faith, spirituality, and learning how to say that word without tongue tied. Faith improving woman and wife, a boy mom. I'm a coffee addict. Yes, I drug myself with caffeine. Get over it, people. Like, I have to, because I have to. I'm a former healthcare worker. I'm a virtual health and fitness motivator, group fitness instructor because I love it. Real and Raw Talk Mama Bear, postpartum depression manager. And when I say depression, I mean rage. Star Diamond coach, Success Club 5 All-Star, 36 consecutive months. I'm an outgoing introvert. And by that, I mean, like, that's a person. Like, those are real people. People that love people, love to meet up with people and be around people. But if I could do that for like 3 seconds and then come back home and like stay in my confined walls, I'd be golden. Feed me. I love food, all kinds of food, really. And I beer me. Like, if you want to come to my house and hang out, just bring a 6-pack. I share that with you because that's who I am. And those are the things that I am about when I am sharing my story, my journey, who I am, the things I post about. Okay, let's talk about this. This is really important. And this I need you to understand. The skills it takes to be successful in network marketing can be learned. The things that cannot be learned, you already know. You already have within you. It's already in your mind. It's already in your heart. It's already in your soul. Everything else you can be taught. I can teach you the social media part of it, but these are the things I can't teach you. Being proof that the products and services work. That is a no freaking brainer. You have to show people that the products work, that your products work. And that's why it's so important to do a program. Like, another thing that blows my mind is when people sign up to work the business and they don't drink Shakeology and they don't do a program. Like, no one else is going to do that then. You have to have a powerful and personal why that ignites your action. You guys know that if you don't have something that is deeper than just, I want to feel better, I want to be with my family more, I want to improve, my mindset, my motivation, like, that's not going to keep you going every single day. And I can't teach you that. Develop a belief in the company, the products, yourself, your team. You have to know that this is for the long haul. You have to have that mindset. You have to put on your armor. You have to put on your thick skin, and you have to just do it and just believe. And that comes from using the products and drinking Shakeology and running challenge groups. Even if you don't know what the heck you're doing, you don't have to know what you're doing, because guess what? The people that you're helping don't know A from B. All that they know is that they want you to help them get from point A to point B. So you can do it however you want and find what works for you, but you have to have that belief, which that in turn is going to relay into confidence, because people want to work with people who are confident. Form relationships and build trust. Own your mindset. Nobody is going to tell you every single day that you have to put on a smile, be positive, get the work done, and discipline yourself. You have to do that, and that's going to come from that why that you have. Think, act, and lead like a CEO. It doesn't matter if you have one coach or you have 100 coaches. If your mindset is not in the front, leading the pack, your team, you all will be as weak as your weakest link. And you will not move forward until you can lead from the front. And even if you don't know what you're doing, you have to just do something versus nothing, right? I made this big mistake, and this is why I preach on this, because I made this mistake for 2 or 3 years. The first 2 or 3 years of my business, I didn't do this because I didn't know how to get a coach started right. So then I didn't recruit, and I didn't know what to do to lead them. So I just didn't do it, right? And that puts so much pressure on you. If you're just sharing what's working because you're doing the work, that's going to put you in the front. Stay consistent every day and never give up. Those are the things that I cannot teach you. You have to find within. Objectives. We're going to talk about finding your brand, who you are, who's your audience, building trust through what you put out there, through what you post. Some do's and don'ts. How to post pictures, like the nitty gritty of like the technical stuff. That's, you know, kind of like boring, but we need to talk about because it's important. Strategic timing, and then keeping it simple. Are you sharing versus selling? This is going to be a big one. So I suggest that you screenshot. You'll probably want to screenshot through all this, but I will share it. And then initiating a connection from what you do, from when you make a post, you put it out there, and then you have people that engage. What are you going to do? So let's talk about finding your brand. Who are you? Now, I want you to write your own stuff down, because this is what you're going to base all of your content on. So for me, I'm a wife, I'm a boy mom, I'm a coach. So you want to ask yourself, what are your roles in life? Are you married? Do you have children? Do you have pets? What are your occupations? What hats do you wear? Personality type, who makes up your family, your social circle, your financial situation, everything about you to a T, specifics. I'm also a second chance motivator. And what I mean by that is I was that no excuse girl before I had kids. I was like, you do have time because you just have to make time. And what do you mean you can't lose weight? Like, just eat healthier. Like, it's not that difficult. No excuses. And then I had kids and I became a flippin' hot mess. Like, I was like, I'm still 40 pounds overweight and it's been like 8 months. So I now need to put myself in their shoes, like, oh, this is what people were going through. Like, I get it now. Yes, I struggled before. Yes, I had downfalls, and I've always struggled with depression my whole life. And yes, I had things that set me back, but I got it. Like, after I had kids, I got it. And I knew specifically, if you don't have kids, like, you still have something. Like, not everybody's a mom. You still have something that you are. One thing I did was I asked my network, like, why do you follow me? And I'm still stubborn about that. Like, I'm still kind of bitter about nobody said I was funny. I'm still kind of bitter about that. I think I'm freaking hilarious. So what are your passions? What are your hobbies? Who's in your circle of influence? Who is in your circle of influence? Who is in your social circle? Because that might affect who you're attracting, right? You have to take a look at who you are and who you want to be, and then who you're surrounding yourself with. Things that you love and hate, what makes you happy, fashion style. Not one person said I follow you for your fashion sense, but whatever. That's not my thing. That's not my forte. Real and relatable, that's who I am. Like Lindsay said, what you see is what you get. I try not to be two people because that's exhausting. And I only want to attract the people that don't think I'm annoying, right? Past struggles and challenges, what do you fear? This right here, this last column is what is going to attract people the quickest, the fastest, and keep them around the longest. What do you fear? Like, what are you afraid of? Why are you different? Where do you need accountability? Now, I know immediately what you're going to do is you're just going to hit the surface of these things. And you're going to say, well, what do I fear? Well, putting myself out there. Where do you need accountability? I need accountability to eat better. Like, no, I'm talking about like, what is really going on? And you're going to find these answers when you're doing personal development, when you're reading books about changing your life and improvement and your mindset and your marriage and the relationship with your children. There are a few things I don't post about, and I don't post about them for a reason, because out of respect to my husband, but I don't have a perfect marriage. Like, we've went through like shit since we had Maverick, because kids change things and you have to continue working. But that's one thing I don't post about, is like, oh, all my challenges with my marriage, but like, that's where I need accountability. And so in a little plugs here and there, like I might mention things about that, just so that I can still connect with other moms who are going through the same thing, who want help, who want to feel better about themselves, who want to feel more confident and sexy around their husband and have a better sex life, and not run away or like, move when they try to touch them, or, you got to get deep with that stuff. Share what you're comfortable sharing, of course, but it's not just the surface. And that's not what's going to connect people to you, because they want to know that they're not alone, and they want to feel safe when they see a post coming from you. What are your goals, and where in life are you most confident? So those are some questions to ask yourself. This is just an example of a post. This was a really exhausting day that I had, and you can go back and look. I'm not going to read through all of it, but it got a lot of interaction, and it got a lot of interaction for a reason, because I specifically intended to talk to those moms who had a really shitty day, but then like I don't know when it was. When I found my grandpa's old sweatshirt, it was just like when I put it on, it just clothed myself in some strength. And I just like picked my head back up, because that's my grandpa. Like my grandpa's like a real emerald, and just like, you can do it, come on. And so that got a lot of traction. Now, if you look at the picture is what caught people. Then they read. People don't read your stuff and then look at the picture. The picture is always what attracts people to you or away from you. So who are you talking to? Like with that post, I was talking to my Waldo. Some people call them avatars. I call them Waldos. This is the person, not people. This is the person that you are speaking to. Who is your target person that if you were to pick them out of a Waldo book, it would be this person? I want you to get as specific as possible. If you want to draw a picture, if you're artistic, I encourage you to do that. If you're more visual, characteristics, height, weight, age, roles in their life, same as you, occupations, pets, personality type, hobbies, financial situation, what motivates them? What motivates them, and then what doesn't motivate them? You're going to post with intent when you speak to this one person. You're speaking only to them. You're not speaking to Facebook. You're not speaking to, hey, y'all, hey, everyone. If anybody's interested, like, that doesn't make anybody feel special. That doesn't make anybody feel significant. That just makes people feel like another number, and they just keep on scrolling. You're going to speak to only them, posting as if you're speaking to yourself. If you look back at all my posts, I'm literally talking to myself in every single post, because for me, Facebook is a way to vent. It's my therapy. It's my free therapy. It's my release, but I do it in a very classy and professional yet relatable way, to where I'm not posting and airing my dirty laundry like a sob story, like wah wah, pity me. I do it in a way that's like, hey, this is what I struggled with. This is what I'm going through. And I always end it with a positive, with the silver lining, with something that I tell myself or need to tell myself. I'm sharing my struggles with the intent to relate to that one person. I don't want to relate to everybody. Remember, when you speak to everybody, nobody listens. Nobody hears you. Put yourself in their shoes. Tell your Waldo what you need to hear, what's most important to them, right? What's most important to them. And then you're going to build trust. Be human and consistent in sharing your nuggets of your story. You cannot post on March 3rd about how you struggled to lose baby weight and then not post again until March 20th, inviting people to a challenge group. Like, that's not even relevant. Like, nobody's gonna join you unless you're being consistent, unless you're sharing consistent nuggets of your story every single day, not just Beachbody. Like I use the 80-20 rule, and 80% of what I post is just personal stuff. 20% of what I post is nuggets of the products, a before and after, how the business has helped me, coaching, my team, my challengers' results or testimonies per they're okay. But that's it. I mean, not a lot of my stuff is is Beachbody related, because what I want to do is I want to build trust. I want to attract people. I want to connect with them on a deeper level than just, hey, do you want to join my challenge group, right? Because that right there, when you make somebody feel safe and you make them feel like you really care about them and you have that in common, that they're going to have no problem saying yes. And I get very few objections because of how I've built the relationships on Facebook. So address the same concerns, fears, questions you have, share valuable content, tips, and resources, and be transparent with your past trials, with things that you've struggled with yourself. So here's my Waldo Christie, wife and boy mom, obviously, 30 years old, influencer and social circle, witty and very funny, unfulfilled but needing to find her thing, enjoys food, beer, date nights. She's a smart ass, but she's a risk taker, bold, loves recognition and laughing, very competitive. I didn't put that on there, but to a fault. Like, nobody wants to play games with her because she's just not fun to play with, because if she loses, then she's mad. Outgoing introvert, loves people, family is number one no matter what. She struggles with the postpartum junk that I'm struggling with. Her passion is to help others. She wants to lose the last 10 pounds. She lacks motivation. She feels loved by verbal affirmations, needs accountability in all areas, finds fun in everything, or she doesn't do it. More priority on marriage and debt. Vision driven. Like, this is what she is all about. And this is what keeps her going, is her vision for her family and her goals. And these are the things that she wants to do, that she thrives off of, that she wants to do long term. That's her vision. So I'll say it again. When you speak to everyone, you reach no one, because you don't make anybody feel special. You can go back and look at this post if you want. The post heard around the world, literally. But this was the post that got me 10,000 followers. Now, are you listening? Do not copy and paste and put it on your wall because you want 50,000 shares. Like, I didn't do it for popularity. Listen, are you listening to me? Being popular on Facebook doesn't make you money. Okay. Being popular on Facebook doesn't make you money. 4 years ago, I would have thought being popular on Facebook is awesome. I want to be popular on Facebook. I want 1 million likes and 1,000 shares and so many comments. I quickly found out that does not pay my bills, right? So you cannot post, and I'm telling myself this as well because I always need the reminder, you cannot post on Facebook with the intent to be popular and the intent to help people, because those are two different goals that are going to lead you in the wrong direction if you try to do both. What you want to do is speak to your person and build that relationship. In turn, this is what happened. It was a byproduct. It went haywire, and this connected me to a lot of freaking moms that were also having a really, really shitty day, and my kid didn't want to wear clothes, so we didn't wear clothes that day, and we snapped a picture, okay? A couple other ones. It doesn't always have to be about Beachbody. That one wasn't. This one was a before and after, not really a before and after, but it was just some progress that I had made. And again, if you're continuously sharing progress, even if it's not a before and after, even if it's I shared a before and an after, and in my after, I was bloated and weighed more and whatever. But if you're consistently sharing your journey, right? Your journey. That's what people want to see. And then this one was just a funny thing that got a lot of traction. Again, it's not all about Beachbody. So how do I post? Because if you don't know how to post, then you're not going to attract the people that you want anyway. So here are some do's and don'ts. Do have a clear and catchy corresponding picture on your public profile. First impression of your viewers. Your homepage, your profile picture, and your cover photo. Now, I'm in so I'm not practicing what I'm preaching, but your cover photo should be what you're about. It should not be Beachbody and 21 Day Fix and Shakeology and da-da-da all over. That is what you're all about in terms of go back to your Waldo. Like for me, it's fitness, being a mom, being a wife. Like my family is always number one. I never put my business before my family. And that has allowed me to work my business slower and get to my goals a little bit slower, but I'm okay with that. And you have to be okay with what you're doing too. So what are you all about? That is your first impression, is when somebody sees something that you post, they're going to click on your profile because they either want more and they want to know what else you're posting about, or they're going to have friends that tag their friends, and then those people are going to go click on your profile and see what else you have. If you only have 1 or 2 posts of the things that they like, they're not going to follow you and they're not going to come back for more. So that's where consistency comes into play and is so important. I don't think I mentioned this before, but everything is public. Everything on your page is public, because if Aunt Sally is the only one that can see your posts, like who cares? Like, we don't care if Aunt Sally can see your posts. You want to reach more people, and you want to reach their friends and 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 their friends, right? Because that's what I've been doing. That's why I consistently every day have 30 new friend requests sitting in my inbox that I will not respond to, because I don't want to eat that frog yet. But that's how you get people to friend request you, and that's how you get new people and new followers and new people to join your group, and that's how you find new people. Everything has to be public. Yeah, you're gonna have creepers. Yeah, you're gonna have people that follow whatever, want. Get over it. That's what's gonna happen when you're building a following. You're gonna have the people you want, and then you're gonna have some people that you don't want, and that's okay too. You just gotta be okay with it. Don't use stock photos or videos. Post often. Don't be negative. That's annoying. Do spend time crafting confident posts, scroll stopping posts. If people don't stop to look at your picture, they're not going to stop to look at what you have to say or your profile. And Facebook does not like third-party platforms. So posting YouTube videos and things like that, they get bumped down in the newsfeed because Facebook wants Facebook videos. They want real raw footage straight from your phone that you're posting on their platform. Don't copy and paste from anybody else. Do follow the 3 Ps in your 80-20 strategy that I mentioned before. Purposeful, valuable information, personality, your own interests, humor, struggles, your promotion, your business, and your products. That's a very small percentage. Don't post and run, stay and engage. Always give yourself, if you're going to post, and then give yourself like 5 minutes. You set the time of whatever you can do. But when you post and run, people get pissed off. They might not tell you this, but they do, because they're commenting and they're liking because they want to be seen and heard. Otherwise, they wouldn't comment on your stuff. So if you post and run, that gives people the wrong impression, and they don't think that you're personable, and it's really hard to build that relationship if you are clicking and going and then responding 2 days later or going back through your thing. Here's what I want you to ask yourself, and if it's a no, I don't want you to post it. Would you pay $10 for every post that you put up? I can honestly say that I would. If Facebook started charging tomorrow $10 a post, absolutely, I'd put it up. So that's what you have to ask yourself. Here's some of the technical, unsexy stuff that we have to talk about. Clear and crisp pictures. If you're in a place that you have really poor lighting, don't take the picture. I know, I'm being so bossy, aren't I? My 2-year-old, or my 3-year-old, almost 3, told me that, Mommy, you bossy. I'm like, I know, I'm the boss. So quality resolution, declutter your picture. Crop it to a square. Now, granted, what I mean by that is, like, you should have an app on your phone, or even your picture, your camera setting thing where you can go in and edit. All phones have them. The 3/4 is the little bit smaller but longer, and then the square is what they see on the square, and the 3/4 now you're seeing on, like, when you scroll, the picture is what you see. You don't have to click on it and then it goes, whoa, like that. It's just those little technical things, those little detailed things that either turn people off or keep them on. Okay, so when you have a call, we'll get to there. So post morning, noon, and night. Try different times. Try things that work for you. Correlate the time of the day with the picture. If you're playing at the park in the afternoon, and you post it like at night when you're laying in bed, it's just one of those like technical, detailed things that like it's just not authentic, and like people just keep scrolling, right? So try to correlate the time of day that you actually snap the picture. And if you absolutely can't, just wait and post it tomorrow or like the next day. Test times with various posts. So for me personally, I have found that at night, like when the kids are in bed and I'm doing maybe a couple follow-ups, if my husband's in the shower getting ready, whatever, I find that my people are on, my moms are on at like 8 and after. Like I get some good traction at like 9:30 when I post sometimes. So just find what works for you and find when your people are on. Yes, like posting a food picture at the lunch hour is like, really fine and cliche, but like if you have good quality content stuff, it doesn't matter what time of day you post it, you're gonna get traction on it. And I've proven that to be true a lot. So don't just put things out there to put things out there. Like make sure it's valuable and people want it and are interested in it. Keep it simple. If you're a new coach, and this is what I tell all my new coaches, like 3 sentences max, because number one, you're new. Nobody has built that relationship with you yet and that trust with you in what you're doing. And they're going to look at your picture anyway. So if their pictures grabs them, then they're going to read your couple of sentences, whatever. But keep it simple. Keep the wording short and to the point. Take out all the extra words that you don't need. If you need somebody to edit your posts, have an editor that you can call on, that you can ask, hey, can you just check this out for me? I have all my coaches now sending me their posts, and I love it. It's a little more time consuming for me, but I love it because I want them to learn. And this is how you learn, by doing. But find somebody that you can have edit your posts, because you might think it sounds okay, but when I read sometimes things back, like I take out a lot of words and it condenses it and shortens it to the point and short and sweet, bam, and it's a ton of traction on it. Always convey a positive message, and then weave in Beachbody, about 20% of the time. Always be you, no matter what. Don't try to be anybody else. Don't copy and paste people's, personal posts, because that's not you, and your network knows that's not you. If you're somebody that I don't know, just be you. Don't try to be me. Don't try to be anybody else. You might see successful coaches posting things, and here's what I do to get content, like to stir up some inspiration and ideas, is I spend specific time brainstorming content. And I set that time aside so that when I do go to post, even though it is authentic, I never put up Hootsuite or anything like that, because again, Facebook doesn't like third-party platforms, so nobody sees it. But everything I post is on the spot, authentic at the time. But what I do is I brainstorm content of what I want to post throughout the week. Like I might want to post a before and after this week. I might want to post just a progress picture, just like I'm kind of hitting like a lull with me personally, like with my fitness, staying on track. So I want to post about that. I want to post about, like tomorrow morning, I'm going to post about a picture with Maverick and Xander about just motherhood. Like just have an idea of what you're posting, and then start to develop content a few days beforehand. So what I do is I go click crazy, and I just start clicking on coaches that I connect with, and not even coaches on our team. Just like I'll randomly just like start typing in a name of, like, I don't even know their full name, and I'll just start clicking on their coaches and their coaches and their coaches and their coaches and their coaches. Or I'll go to a coach that I follow, a top coach that I follow, and then I'll go find coaches on her team and just start clicking and clicking and clicking. Now, I find coaches that I connect with that share my same message, but that I can put into my own words. I do that sometimes just to stir up some inspiration, because let's face it, it's not like you can always come up with like $1 million posts, right? And that's okay that you do that. So this is what I posted when I first started. My God, it's like hard to look at. So I apparently loved filters. I spent hours, like hours, getting these little, because I'm a perfectionist and very detailed. I know, right, Sapphire? Getting all these little things on there. And what I found was like, none of that mattered. So here's some images, the food picture. Make sure your food pictures, if you're going to post food pictures, make sure they look appetizing. Like if you look at that picture and you wouldn't eat that, chances are nobody else is going to think that that looks good. My business posts have changed dramatically. Don't post stock pictures of the products. Post pictures of you using the products, right? Oofta. Okay, now this is a big one, sharing versus selling. If you are sharing, let's go over here to selling. If you are selling, this is what you're doing, and this is what your page is going to reflect. You're always asking, you're sharing facts, you don't add any value, you focus on the sale, not really any personal connections, no target audience, you're not speaking to one person. You use stock images and or videos. Stop sharing videos that Carl Deichler posts or that Autumn posts or that Beachbody headquarters posts. Make your own workout video or whatever. Like, even if it's not perfect, and I've come a long way, so I can share this with you, but even if it's not perfect, just post it, just put it out there. Granted, it follows all of the technical stuff, but just put it out there because people want to see you. They don't want to see Autumn. They want to connect with you. They don't want to connect with Autumn. So if you're sharing, you're always giving value versus always asking. You're telling stories to share your message versus sharing facts. You focus on building trust versus making a sale. You share tips, resources, and problems, connects to your target audience, builds relationships, uses your own images, personalizes messages, things long term versus potential commission. Transformational versus transactional. That is a really important one because people want to see how your journey is transforming, how you're going from start A to point B, start point A to point B, because that's where you're going to take them. What you're doing is how you're going to help them. So if they're not seeing you be consistent, they're not seeing you post about your story, they're not seeing you have any results, in the last 2 years, why would they want to work with you? Because to them, that's not very reassuring. That doesn't tell me that you can help me. I'm going to go find somebody that can help me, that I'm seeing can help me. That's the power of social media. No matter what you do, your job is always to tell your story. Gary Vaynerchuk is a phenomenal, he's a phenomenal, somebody that I follow a lot, but phenomenal social media guru. And he's very raw, swears a lot, but tells it how it is, and doesn't really fluff a lot of feathers around it because it's very simple. Social media is very simple. It doesn't have to be complicated, and you don't have to spend hours trying to come up with the perfect post. You just have to tell your story. And guess what? You're the only one that can tell it and tell it the best. So these are the 4 parts of your story that you're going to share. Most new coaches stick to the product because that's safe. Instead, what I want you to try to do is focus more on life experiences and weave in the product and financial. Don't be scared to post about income or money, because those are going to be the people that you attract. You're going to attract the rubies, and those are the people that are going to be the builders and rock stars on your team that are going to go. And then your business experiences. Okay, this is, we're getting to the end here. So this is one of my favorite quotes. Saying hello doesn't have a return on investment. It's about building relationships. So now you've posted, you've made a really good post, and you have really great content out there. Somebody engages or interacts, and it's a cold market person because you've made everything public, and a friend. The things you want to post about, write this down. The things you want to post about are something that is going to add value, something that people are going to share, something that people might tag a friend in, and something that people are going to comment on. So giving them, resources and tools, and maybe like right now we're switching our diet to like this autoimmune protocol. So like that's my new baby, like that's my new thing. And so I want to be able to provide resources for people so that they do share, or they do tag their friend that has an autoimmune disease or something. Like you want to put valuable content out. My mom stuff, I have moms comment because they want to be seen and heard, because they want me to know that I'm not alone and that they're also not alone, and they want to connect as moms. So my food posts, people share like crazy. So, or my recipes. So cold market, someone's reaching out to you, or why are they reaching out to you? So, hey Kim, how are you? Thanks for reaching out. It's great connecting with you. Can you tell me more about your goals? What are you wanting to achieve going forward? This is somebody reaching out to you. So why are they contacting you? Well, why are they? Ask them. What do they want, and what do they want help with? If you're reaching out to them, let's say it was a business post like I did with my last business post, where I posted in our group and I said, I sent this to the 6 people that hit that, or whatever it was, 15 people or whatever that hit like, I sent a message out to them, and it was about the business. So why are you reaching out to them? Hey, I just wanted to reach out because you showed interest in my challenge group post, and I didn't want to leave you hanging. Are you wanting more details? Is this something you're interested in? And then your warm market, all you want to do with your warm market is, you don't want to, just because you already have a relationship with them, you don't want to bombard them with information. You just want to break the ice again. Hey, how are you? I just wanted to reach out and say thanks for your encouragement and continued support. Insert something that's going on in their life, not yours. Follow up. Ask them, why are you reaching out to them? Again, you showed interest in my challenge group post. I didn't want to leave you hanging. Are you currently following a program? Is this something you're interested in? So your first post isn't like, bam, do you want to be in my challenge group? Like, break the ice with those warm market people. Cold market people, I don't spend hours trying to develop a relationship with. I do that after I find out what they want. Because cold market people, it's not somebody that you already know or that you have a relationship with. And usually if they're reaching out for you, it's for a direct reason. So you can identify with that reason, and then you get to know them a little bit. They might just want to say, no, hey, I just wanted to give you some support. We have a mutual friend. Awesome. Thanks for the high five. Then you're not wasting time, forming them and going through all that information when they just want to, it's just, you're spending your time a little bit better. Well, voice messages, these are dynamite for your business. Feel, felt, found, always with a voice message. I totally know how you feel. I felt the same way. I found that insert your story. Can you relate? Now, just speak from your heart. Like, speak from how you're really feeling, and don't get so caught up on the scripts and the verbiage. Like, just let them know why you're reaching out to them, or why you're following up with them, or ask why they're reaching out to you. Like, what can you tell me more about that? As simple as that. The less you say, the more that allows them to talk. And some people, those pearls, you're going to have to pull it out of them. You're going to have to keep asking questions, refrain from the exclamation points and emoticons, but keep asking questions. And then get on the voice message system. Like, that's an awesome tool. And I have gotten so many response back saying, hey, it was awesome hearing your voice, because it lets them know that you care. It lets them know that you're willing to take that extra step, the extra second, literally 59 seconds, and speak to them like they're somebody that you want to work with. Because here's how I view it. If I'm speaking to you and I'm developing a relationship with you, and we can get on the phone and chat, like, what if potentially you become one of my coaches? Like, we're going to probably be sharing a hotel bed together. Like, I need to know that we can do this, right? And we have a good relationship going on, and them hearing my voice is always been really beneficial. So the best marketing strategy, I love this one too, is caring. I love this quote. I stopped looking for the light and decided to become it instead. Because when you stop caring about putting the perfect post out there, or what they're doing or what she's doing or the post that she made, or I'm never going to get that many likes on mine, so I'm just not going to post it, or I don't know how to do this, so I'm not going to do it. When you stop looking and reaching and comparing and overthinking and analyzing and beating yourself up because you're not doing something the way somebody else is, and you instead do it your way, you're going to attract the people that you want. You're going to attract the people that like the way that you do it and want to do it with you your way. So stop looking for other people's light that are shining on them and become your own.